Orr. Quick shift on White is stripped. And Orr up to protest to Harris vigorously. Harris has given a misconduct to Esposito.
And maybe to Bobby Orr. I don't know, Fred. He sort of motioned to two players. I don't know whether he gave it to both of them or not, but there's one going to go for sure. We'll have to wait and see. 50 seconds left to play in the third period. Boston trailing by 1 goal, 2-1. They've put a lot of pressure on Chicago from the second period on, but have only been able to put the puck by Tony Esposito just once. That was Shepard, his 5th of the year from Orr at 5:14 of the second period. Chicago scoring 2 goals in the second period. There's Harry Sinden, managing director, and he's not too pleased out of the proceedings. But Orr has gone to the Bruins dressing room. The play developed at the Chicago blue line. Bill White came out to meet Orr. He was stick handling. Orr tried to shift around him. Now watch right here. Watch Bill White's right leg. Here it comes now, the right leg. Oh, I guess it's the stick. I'm sorry. It was his arm and his stick. And that was what the argument was all about. Orr got up. He challenged the referee, Wally Harris. Now, Sanderson has been thrown out of the game at 14:44 of the second period. A 10-minute misconduct and a game misconduct when he brushed the referee, Wally Harris. White stuck out the stick in the arm, and Orr went over it. And then he got up and started to argue with the referee for a penalty. Here's the play coming up again. Now watch White's stick in his arm as he goes down. Orr gave him the fake to one side, then pulled it around to go the other way. And there he goes. And we now have a, what was that, Fred? A bench minor penalty and a 10-minute misconduct.
Where does the bench come from? But obviously, could it have been Sinden's protest or just at the option of Wally Harris?
Well, it would have to come from somebody on the bench or something around that bench. It can be caused by a general manager, a managing director, a coach can draw one. And we don't know what exactly went on, but we've got the ice showered with paper, and now we see a couple of bottles, or one bottle at least coming out, which of course is exceptionally dangerous. And we're going to have a delay here as with 50 seconds left to play in the third period. Boston trailing by a score of 2-1 draws a bench minor penalty and a misconduct penalty to Bobby Orr.
Well, 4 penalties were called in the game, and the 2 against Chicago. Russell went out for tripping in the first period, and Redmond for tripping in the second period were both drawn by Bobby Orr as he was tripped by them. And Harris has let others go, and on this one here, with debris being thrown on the ice, the final 50 seconds will be almost academic. The Bruins will be with a man in the penalty box. And, of course, what it is the culmination of frustration in the evening for Boston. Orr has simply been magnificent, only figured in 1 goal. But he has carried the play. The Bruins have carried the play, but they haven't been able to tie it up or do anything beyond the 1 goal. And you have to salute Chicago for strong defensive play. But the frustration is now taken out on Wally Harris, the referee.
Well, actually, Fred, this delay would favor Chicago more than the Bruins because Chicago are resting their strong defensive players like Bill White, who really has played a tremendous hockey game for Chicago on defense.
And now let's pause 5 seconds for station identification.
This is WSBK-TV, Channel 38, Boston.
Well, it's going to be a long time before they clear this up. No question about that. And the goal scoring in the first period, Pitt Martin is 20th of the year from Randy Rhoda and Dick Redmond at 9:02, a power play goal. And then Rhoda at 18:48 from Martin made it 2-0. Boston took over and has taken over from the start of the second period on. But they've been unable to beat Tony Esposito's save for the play where Orr sifted through the defense and shot. Tony Esposito saved, and Greg Shepard drove in the rebound.
It's getting kind of dangerous out here, Fred, and ridiculous. Somebody just threw a bottle on the ice and it broke into a million pieces. You know, that's a stupid thing to do, really. Bottles and things thrown on the ice only cause injury to players, delay the game, spoil it for many fans who are here tonight. And both players are now, both teams rather, are going to their respective dressing rooms. And when things subside, I suppose the game will be resumed with 50 seconds left to play in the third period. And there is really being no attempt made to clean the ice. And it is littered with all kinds of debris. There's beer cans and bottles, paper cups and popcorn boxes. And we'll have to wait for an announcement, I suppose, Fred. You know, if this happened like at the end of the second period or the end of the first, they would just have the ice cleaned and play that remaining 50 seconds at the start of the next period. But now we're at the end of the game with just 50 seconds left. And a 2-minute bench minor penalty called against the Bruins will be served by